This man was in a Kazakh hospital with a head wound from a grenade for 4 days until soldiers came and took him away. His name is Yermek Abdrieshev, and he's one of some 10,000 people detained during and after nationwide anti-government protests this month. His father, Yerkin, says his son was blindfolded when he met his lawyer.
Ауыр қалда жеткен адамды алып кету деген мен әлі күнге дейін миым жетпейді оғаншы. Миым жетпейді. Мен қарсы емеспін, тергесін. Егер қылмыскер болатын болса, қылмысын мойнына қойсын, соттасын. Бірақ деген емделуге мұрсат береді ғой. Соғыс кезінің өзінде мысалы деген жаралы жатқан адамды апарып емдетіп, содан кейін барып жаңағы соттай ма, тергей ма, атама ары қарай жасайды. Соған миым жетпейді.
The scars of the protests that led to the mass arrests can still be seen in Almaty, Kazakhstan's largest city. The demonstrations began peacefully after a hike in fuel prices before developing into violent clashes with security forces across the country.
Следственно-оперативной группой расследуют 546 уголовных дел, в том числе 44 по актам терроризма, 34 по массовым беспорядкам, 15 убийств.
The Kazakh authorities gave security forces a shoot-to-kill order and blamed the protests on foreign terrorists.
The government has the narrative about terrorists and so on, but they've given no evidence of this international terrorist threat. So it's clear that maybe at least 200 civilians have been killed, but they've provided no information about how they were killed, why they were killed. We think an independent investigation is what's needed.
Yerlan Jagiparov was one of the people who died during the unrest in Almaty. His family said his body was found in a morgue, handcuffed with gunshot wounds.
Огнестрельное ранение в живот и ранение в области сердца. Также у него были сломаны руки, то есть буквально кисть, она висела, кость была переломана. Руки, соответственно, как бы его пытали или истязали как бы перед смертью. На этой неделе мы планируем обратиться в органы по факту убийства нашего брата.
At a detention centre in Almaty, other anxious relatives have gathered, seeking news of loved ones who are being held inside. Some of them are desperate. The violence that shook Kazakhstan in early January was the worst since the country gained independence amid the collapse of the Soviet Union 30 years ago. The authorities have said order has now been restored, but for some people here, life will never be the same.